Howdy, I'm Nate. Got another mechanical video for you. This is a 1957 Lindsay portable air compressor. It's in pretty good shape. Been stored in the barn. Looks like it's all there. This one is a 4-cylinder Wisconsin with a 4-cylinder rotary air compressor. I've already kind of looked it over. The stop button broke. I don't know if somebody's playing with it, but buttons broke there. I've already popped the fuel line off the back of the carburetor, or off the fuel pump. See about getting some compression and seeing if it start up. The kill switch, all it is a ground. It's just one wire that goes to ground, so that'll be easy, plenty easy to fix. Cool thing about this one is that it's also got the adapter, or the option for crank start. It does turn over. The air filter is missing for the compressor. It's not a big deal. Got some black oil on it, which is always good. There you can see the fuel line where it goes to the carburetor. Kind of a neat setup, this little rotary system. Rotary air compressor. It's all air cooled. Yeah. I'll get you guys set up and we can do a throw a battery in it and see if it's got spark. Now, if the sound is a little funny, it's I don't have a microphone. I don't get YouTube money, so sorry. You'll kind of have to deal with it. It's a hell of a good day out for January. 39 degrees today. Foreseeable forecast, it's all in the 30s and 40s, so it's awesome. No spark. Try a different plug. Well, the end came off of that spark plug, screwed off, looks like. See if I can fish that out of there. Got that piece out, put it back on the spark plug, and doing that I must have expanded the connector a little bit. It's a little bit loose. Snug it back up and go for some more. nothing. Alright. So this engine can go two ways. It can either be points with, I believe it was points with a coil, or it could be points with a mag. This one, when I looked at it, I'm pretty sure it's got a mag. Yeah, this one's got a mag, which is nice because you don't need power to run it. Just power to get it started by hand crank or starter. Looks like it's got an oil leak back behind there. Maybe it's coming from the flange where the mag bolts on. It looks like I'm going to have to pull the oil filter off to get to the cap, and behind the cap to get to the points. So I'll grab some stuff and take that off. Huh. Okay. That is, I don't think I've ever seen an oil filter look quite like that. Huh. Okay. Brother got this air compressor from, I can't remember who he said he got it from, but it was been in a barn, and hasn't been messed with in years. Don't really want to take the plug wires off because I'm not sure which wire goes where. I don't want to get in y'all's way of seeing anything. I can't get on that damn screw. There we go. I was on it. Still can't get over this weather though. It's 39 out right now. Out here in the sunshine, this is perfect for going without a jacket. Kind of leery about what February is going to be like if January is already like this. Usually by the end of December, 1st of January, as soon as the end of December rolls around, January just drops out and cold and miserable. you can't tell, I haven't worked on a whole lot of these. Last one I worked on has been several years ago. I think that was in a little, I think they call them a Mighty Max skid loader. Little bitty guy. I guess that plug wire kind of wants to come out. So I'll go grab a paint marker and mark them so I can put them back where they need to be here, kind of. Alright, I got the cap and the kind of spacer base plate kind of deal off. This is what it's supposed to look like. Here's your points off on that side. The fiber gear, you got to watch those because they'll shred every now and then. If something binds up, they'll ruin the fiber gear. I did roll it around. I do have an arc between the points, so it should be good. I think what's going on is when it's when that spacer's on there, you see that red wire right there, how it's smashed? I think she's grounding out right there. So I'm going to try this again, but I'm going to move that wire over out of the way. It's kind of a tight spot to be in here to video it as well, but I'm going to get it back together and bring it back. I just got a little squeeze bottle hooked up with gas in it, and seems like it works pretty good. It even builds air pretty quick too. It does need the carburetor worked on a little bit. Kind of leery about shutting the valve off and letting it build pressure till it kicks off, because I don't know how old them tanks are or how good a shape them tanks are in. There's 3 tanks there. They go from right here all the way to the back. You can kind of see it down in behind there, because this right here is the fuel tank. Way back in there is the bottom of that other tank. All 3 of them. Yeah, still seems like it's a pretty good little unit. I'm gonna try to build a hand crank. I want to try to hand crank it because it does start pretty damn easy. Alright, it's getting chilly out, the sun disappeared, so I'm going to mess with the carburetor tomorrow, I believe. Alright, I'm back. Sorry I didn't get to film a whole lot of this. I've had a lot of stuff going on. I've got it operating like it should. I had to end up cleaning out the carburetor. Each one of these compressor heads has a valve here, and it all runs over here to this regulator. It all just runs through the regulator. You basically break this jam nut, thread it in and out, how you get your pressure. Once this pops, sends air down to the solenoid right here, which controls the throttle for the carburetor. This line continues on, back around, up to this valve, which sends air into a little cylinder, which depresses a valve in the air compressor cylinder head, which shuts the air off. Then it continues on to each one, and just basically shuts off the air compressor as it's idling down. I could not find anything on the internet how to tell you how to do anything with this compressor. Not sure of the year. I seen something about it being a 1957. But basically, when you get it started, the lever's got to be in this up position. This switch here I replaced is supposed to be just a push button. I couldn't find just a small push button, so I just did this one here. You get it started up, come over here, flip your lever down, and that turns on the compressor. Right now I've got it to build up to 120, and it turns on back at 100 psi. But yeah, you just leave the valve down, and the compressor will take care of the rest of it. It idle up until it gets the pop off, and it shuts itself off, idles down, and then it shuts the compressor off until it gets to 100. Then it turns everything back up to high idle and kicks the compressor on. But it's working like it should now. I was really surprised the fuel pump actually wasn't all weather checked, and it actually works. There's your fuel pump on the back of the motor. Yeah, it's kind of a neat little setup. I couldn't find anything on the internet for these. Like, I mean, there's a couple auction sites had them for sale, but they done really crappy pictures of the motor and stuff. I like trying to get these old things running and videotaping kind of everything. It's an oil bath air filter. But I think I'm gonna kick this one down the road and find something else to do. I still like this idea. They ought to do this more often, do the hand crank. I didn't end up getting any time to make one, but I thought it'd be a neat idea to build one, and because it starts super easy. Somebody welded a trailer hitch on the back of it. Alright, well, guess I'll see you on the next project.